Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Tuesday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 5 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. I'm going to bring in the messages from the universe to also connect with the energy around the reflection tarot. I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Love Songs Oracle because music is really powerful right now. They are communicating to you through music and you're also hearing messages about this journey through music and so are they. And I'm going to bring in Archangel Michael. Yesterday we connected with Archangel Raphael. He was bringing in a lot of healing, especially around the throat chakra. I do feel today that's cleared a little bit, so if you were struggling with that yesterday, you may find it's eased a little bit today, especially if you called on Raphael or you did a throat chakra cleansing. I'm also going to bring in the beautiful Healing with the Fairy deck. So let's see what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So let's see what the energy is around the connection first of all, then we'll bring the other cards in. So what's the energy around the connection for you today? What do you need to know? Okay. What's the energy around them today? Line out. Okay. Now we've got the reflection tarot has got reverse meanings and upright meanings. So because that's come out sideways, I feel both meanings are significant to whatever that is. So they could be struggling with something, or also they could be getting a handle on something too, depending what the card is. So something's turning around, I feel. What's the energy around you today? And what's the energy around them today? What's the message for them, or what was going on with them today? Their inner child is very aware today. So they could be a bit moody today. They could be a bit needy today, a bit emotional. They could be thinking things powerfully today. So I'm excited to see what their energy is today moving forward. What's the message for you from Archangel Michael? Straight out. What's the message for them from Archangel Michael? And what's the message for the journey from Archangel Michael? Because that's self-respect. And that's what we do. We learn how to set boundaries down, how to respect ourselves, how to remember our own value and worth and power. And then they treat you that way too. And this is also what they're learning to do because they're in situations right now, a lot of them, that aren't aiding their self-worth. You know, if they're in a karmic situation that isn't serving them, or if they're doing a job they don't really like, or they're not really feeling attractive within themselves, they're not feeling desired, then they lose their self-respect. And that's also something they have to find by taking their power back to actually be with you. Because with you, they feel strong and capable, desired. They feel filled with life, and that's also a form of self-respect, allowing yourself to have that in your life. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you today? The message for you from the universe. Another card there. What's the message for them today from the universe? What's the message for them today? And what's the guidance for the journey today? What's the guidance for the journey today? Straight out. And then we're going to connect with a love song oracle just to see what guidance is coming through, any songs you might be hearing or any messages you may be receiving through music today or anything you need to know. So what's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you today? What's the message for you today? What about them? What's the guidance for them? Straight out. And what's the guidance for the journey today? Thank you, angels. I've just seen in their cards there, please forgive me because I'm working my way back to you, I'm coming home. So very powerful. So I feel their messages today are going to be super powerful. Obviously yours will be too, but I feel it's going to be very interesting to see what's going on with them. But before we get to them, we have to see what's happening with you and how you can handle your journey today. So we've got the 3 of Struggles in reverse, the 8 of Flames in reverse, the 10 of Growth in the right way round. So everything that's happening right now is happening to grow the soul. And that's what you're being reminded of. Now, the thing that's happening here is over the next 3 months or so, or even over the next 3 weeks as we move towards October, there's big shifts happening. Because I'm feeling the 8 is August, the 10 is October. They give me a block here again. And 3 is connected with what's ahead in between that time. So obviously we're in September right now and we're moving towards October. So the angels say things are getting easier after a lot of pain. So you may even find that you may feel like you've been through a lot of pain, especially over the last 3 months or August time, or even over the last 3 years for some of you. So whatever you've been experiencing, easier times are coming, better times are ahead. And it's really powerful because the Three of Struggles is the Three of Swords, and it's about heartbreak and separation and pain. And in reversed, it's about the opposite of that. So it's coming out of that. It's getting over something. It's feeling stronger. And the Eight of Flames is about forward motion, movement. But again, there's still a delay. But you're going to feel a lot better today than you did perhaps a week ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago. So obviously a lot stronger and wiser now. Because you may even be thinking, well, hang on, Liz, 3 years ago I was actually okay. I wasn't that bothered about things. Perhaps some of you weren't even on the journey, so you hadn't gone through your pain yet. Or maybe you're in a different place financially. But you are stronger now and wiser now than you were back then, regardless of what the circumstances were. And you're in a much better place now because of who you are today. So better times are coming. So things are getting easier after a lot of pain. So the angels are recognizing that you have been through a lot of pain. And you want to give yourself credit for coming out of that pain. You got through that. You were challenged and you overcame that challenge. You got through your obstacles. You saw things from a higher place. You got through it. And if you're still going through it today, just know that this too shall pass. Things are going to get easier as you move towards October. You have recognised that soul growth and power comes from the journey and how it makes you stronger. And that's so true. This is what you're realising right now. Maybe you've had this realisation today, over the last few days, over the last 3 weeks. You could be having epiphanies right now. Things could be speaking to you in the shows you watch or the films you watch or the things you scroll on social media. Things you experience in your day, music you hear, things you overhear. I was watching Fear the Walking Dead the other night and they were about to go into a sewer to get to a dam. And it's really powerful because the well was running dry. And remember, when you're praying and you're connecting with God and you're connected with the universe, that well never goes dry, it never runs dry. Okay, when we're trying to control things and we get stressed out, that's when the well runs dry. But in this scenario I was watching, they had to go into a sewer to get to the dam. And one of the characters in that, Victor, he said, I'm not going into that hole. I'm not following you into that hole. And Madison turned around and said, you have to trust the journey. If you don't, you have to trust the journey or you'll come back empty-handed. It's your choice. And it just blew my mind because you have to trust the journey to fill up the well. And that means to fill up your cup, to receive your dreams, to receive the blessings. And I feel that may be what you're realising right now in another way. So however you receive these epiphanies, you're realising that the soul growth and power comes from this journey, and it comes from trusting this journey. There can be fear, and it comes from releasing fear on this journey, and that's what makes you stronger. So today you actually may be feeling a sense of peace or a sense of acceptance, or you may be feeling very grateful today because gratitude is also the great multiplier. And when you are grateful, you can't feel anxious or stressed because the gratitude is more powerful than that. So I'm not saying you haven't got things to be stressed about if you're being grateful, but the gratitude overcomes the stress of it and it brings peace and you feel alive, you feel illuminated, you feel blessed, you feel excited, you feel like there's great things going on around you. So focus on gratitude today to uplift your vibration. So you are feeling more at peace with things because you're also building the 5D connection with them. So you may be feeling them very highly around you spiritually, maybe dreaming about them, receiving more signs and synchronicities connected with them, hearing songs about them, and it's showing you that this is real. So you're connecting more on the 5D with them, and also you're connecting more with your own self and source. So you're connecting more with your own needs and what you love to do, your passions, your dreams, your desires, being more in the present moment, and that's helping you to be more grateful. And that's when you connect with God and the universe, the higher power, because you realise that when you're being grateful, you receive more blessings back. So you start noticing the magic that's going on around you, and you created that. And you receive strength that says to you, I can handle anything. And that's what Archangel Michael is wanting you to know today. No matter what your card is, no matter what he's bringing to you, he's saying to you, you now can handle anything. That's your power. You're in your power. You're overcoming the heartbreak. You're realising that won't last. It will improve. So don't be afraid if things still feel a little bit stuck or things aren't quite there yet or moving ahead, because things are about to turn around. Do not be afraid, the angels say. And don't be afraid to travel or to try new things. So you may be wanting to travel, do new things, go new places, experience life, motorbike for speed there, because things are speeding up in your life. So the angels say, step out of your comfort zone today. Don't let fear hold you back from moving forward. And you may feel it's their fear that's holding them back from moving forward. So if you feel that's connected more with your person than you, focus on telling them how strong they are in the 5D, visualizing an outcome, visualizing them doing something about their life or knocking on your door or calling you up. Visualize those things, and then that will create an energy surge towards them, and it will bring in power. You can also talk to your guardian angel and ask your guardian angel to relay a message to their guardian angel to pass on to them. So if you're thinking, I really want to talk to them today, but you know that it's their job to reach out to you, communicate through the angels and you'll be amazed by the results. And this is going to lead to abundance, because the angels are saying to you today, a new cycle is about to begin, and it's going to fill you with abundance and energy and joy. And this may even be you noticing that other things are manifesting in your life. So as we move towards October, it's not just about things moving forward with your love life. You may notice you have more money in the bank, an opportunity happens for you, some glow up occurs that you've been manifesting. You may get more business opportunities. Some of you may get promoted, or there may be a change. And you feel good about something you're doing outside of the love connection. And that gives you a boost of power. It helps you to feel good. Maybe you travel somewhere new, or you go somewhere, you have an experience, and you go through a spiritual awakening. And all the doors are opening for this now. So you're going to feel this shift now. September feels better, lighter, more energized. A lot of you love this season anyway, the fall season, like I do, moving towards that. So your inner child may be coming out to play. You may be feeling more excited about life in general, and that's giving you strength. It says your wishes are being fulfilled in the most magical ways. So this is showing you your dreams are coming true. Decisions are taking place, things are happening. Even if you can't yet see the results, or you can't yet see what's going on, you can feel it deep inside, you can sense it. You're receiving the signs about it. And that's why if you're seeing previews through other people, or things you see on social media, and things you're watching on the television, it's all a sign of what's ahead. And it's also a huge message when you're seeing other areas of your life blowing up the right way, glowing up the right way, receiving magic and love. Maybe all of a sudden you're getting on better with your family, or your friendships are improving, or your love life is feeling better because you've got that 5D connection. You're feeling them with you everywhere you go, or you're just sensing change, or maybe they're already reaching out to you and you feel like that's shifting, or they've shown you some kind of emotional energy, something emotional is just like, whoa, I know that things are changing, I can feel it. Or maybe you're aware of something that's going on in their life and it's showing you the truth. So the angels say money, security, happiness and love are all around you. You just have to notice it and be grateful for what you have now. So even if you're thinking, well, I want more money, I want more security or more things to feel grateful for, look around you today. Go on a rampage of appreciation, as Abraham Hicks says, and start being very grateful for everything, and it will spiral forward. So you start off slowly saying, I'm grateful for this, this and this, and then it gains momentum until you feel it in your body and it's powerful. The other day I put a piece of toast in the toaster, and while it was toasting, I started being grateful for my body. And I was looking out the window and I went on to this rampage of appreciation, completely forgot about my toast because I was so excited until it come out burnt and black. And I thought, wow, I wasn't moaning. I wasn't like, oh no, I've burnt my toast. I threw it in the bin and I did another piece because I was just so happy that I've been so grateful to raise my vibration. And that's also a sign that when you're feeling grateful, things that maybe would have triggered you or panicked you, or you may have got annoyed at yourself about, like burning a piece of toast, don't. You just think, I'll just try again. I'll put another piece in. I'll just do better tomorrow. So you feel better about what you're achieving. You give yourself more gentleness and kindness instead of, more stress, because sometimes you can talk to yourself in a negative way, or you can hold negative patterns and you break those patterns. So this is a time for ultimate rewards and blessings. You did this, be proud of yourself. So the angels want you to be proud of yourself because you're the one that's come out of the darkness. So yes, you've received support in some way. That could be angelic support. It could be being guided to watch a video that uplifted you, or signs or synchronicities, or something going well in your life that's pulled you out of the funk you were in. Because we can go into a funk, where we feel things aren't going to get better. But you've pulled yourself out of that. Your person hasn't done that. You've done that. So give yourself credit for how far you've come. Now we've got trust your intuition. So many of you have been trusting your intuition, and that's helped you to move forward. Trusting your intuition as in, you know how they feel, you trust that feeling. You know inside they love you regardless of the circumstances. You know that you're being guided, you know you're being directed, and that purifies you. Many of you have been aware through things you've seen in your environment. So you're trusting your intuition because the signs that you were seeing around you are buoying your faith. So you have awareness when you're out and about in the environment you're in. You're starting to see things clearly. And you're also seeing more clearly what you can do in your own life. So the environment you're in, you're changing things for the better. So your environment is changing because you're in awareness of what's really going on. You're becoming stronger. And also some of you may be busy with environmental awareness. So you may actually be working out in nature, or you may be going out in nature more. You may be doing gardening, maybe you're doing some work for the environment, but you're aware of things. And you're aware how your environment changes depending on how you're feeling. So you may also notice that through weather changes, or like I say, signs you see. And when you use your imagination, you see the answer. So what this is about is you see a sign, and then you go within to process that sign, and your imagination or your mind or your intuition gives you the answer. So imagination doesn't mean you're making it up in your head. It means you are aware of it from a higher perspective. And your imagination is also about the way you visualize and the way you create. And that opens the doors. It gives you the answers. And this card is about you clearing your mind. So you may go for a walk in your environment, or you may meditate in your environment, and that calms your mind enough to allow you to receive the answers. So you can affirm, pray, or say, especially if there's blocks. Give me a block there. Dear God, thank you. And that's about gratefulness and gratitude. Dear God, thank you. Thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity and the intuition to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. So you've been seeing miracles, you're going to see miracles. You could see bees, they are a sign of a miracle. Affirm, I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help with this situation. So if you want to get to the bottom of what's going on, if you want some answers, pray about it. Use this prayer to bring in that clarity. And then clear your mind and breathe. Maybe go for a walk, meditate, relax your mind and feel free. And the angels say when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you, or when things feel like they're going wrong and things hurt, they bring fear up, or you go into your own pain, take this as an opportunity to find yourself. Give me fear. To let go of fear. Fear is a burpy energy because it's released quickly from the solar plexus. So if some fear comes up in you, see it as an opportunity to go within and find yourself. Why is this triggering me? Why is this causing anxiety or stress in me, fear in me? What is this meaning for me? And then let go of what you thought you were, who you thought you were. Because the person you thought you were isn't the person you are today. You are stronger and wiser than ever. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. And Archangel Nathaniel, remember, Lord Ganesh as well, is clearing the way right now, removing obstacles, making things better. If you think about the Wizard of Oz, for example, the big tornado came in and destroyed Kansas. It picked up Dorothy's house and took it to Oz, and she was there. So it changed her life because she went to Oz. So it's about the way you perceive these things. So decide that this crisis, whatever it is, whatever the challenge is, whatever you feel the block is, the thing in the way, the karmic partner, whatever it is, decide now, and you have a choice. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you've been waiting for. So everything that's happening now is happening for you. Storms come to rebuild. So you may see a storm today, there may be a storm out and about where you are, or maybe you see it on the news, or you see a storm in a show or on social media. You could see a lightning bolt or a rainstorm. It's all a sign of change, that things will get better, but you decide, you have a choice. It's like the angels say through, when I watch that show, you have a choice. You can trust the journey or leave empty-handed. It's your choice. So if you trust the journey and move forward and follow your intuition and your guidance, you're going to come back with all the blessings. You're going to hold this love in your hands at the right time. The angels say this new chapter in your life, and that's what you're heading towards now. You've closed the door on the past. I feel September has been a turning point. And I definitely feel again around the 10-10 is going to be another turning point. So this new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. And that means you can't go back to the person you used to be. And it means you can't do things the way you used to do them. So if you're feeling like, I know I've got to set my boundaries down. I know I need to stop reaching out. I know I need to have more faith in this. I know I need to let them come to me. I know I need to let them fix their own stuff. I know I need to let them deal with it themselves. Then that's what you need to be doing. Instead of thinking, oh, but I'll just reach out, or it won't matter. You've got to set these boundaries. You've got to be strong. It's about you knowing your own worth and value. The angels say you can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have had until now, because it won't work. So you can't keep doing the same things and expect a different result, because you're going to get the same results. If you want a different result, you've got to do something a bit differently. And that's why you're being guided to have faith in the signs you see and the way things are manifesting. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. And that puts you into power. Because this stressful situation, whatever has been hurting you and causing you pain, it's almost coming to an end. The angels say it's almost coming to an end. That means it's not quite there yet. This is why the next 3 weeks or so are so powerful to raising your vibration, focusing on gratitude and finding peace. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles and life-changing blessings your way. So your angels are assisting you with all of this. That's why you're going to see more money coming into your life, more blessings, more opportunities, more growth. This is all the things this is the way the angels are showing you over the next 3 weeks or so that your dreams are manifesting. You may see butterflies, you may see bees. Your mindset may just be different because you're starting to believe. And we've got think of me fondly and put a spell on you. So what I'm really connecting with here is, it's like sometimes you feel like they've put a spell on you. Now they feel that way about you because they can't stop thinking about you. But sometimes you feel like, what is this love? Why do I keep thinking of them? Why can't I get them out of my head? Well, you have the power to remember them fondly. Because it's like they are saying to you, think of me fondly. Think of me with love. Think of me with appreciation and passion and purpose, not negativity or fear. And then you'll feel the strength of the connection manifesting, because you've been manifesting this connection and so have they in their own way. But you're manifesting this connection and they do remember you. But the message I've got coming through here is that the universe is creating the way. Things are being manifested. But you must think of them fondly. You must think of this journey in a different way. Through love, not fear. Seeing it as a blessing, nor a curse. An opportunity, nor an obstacle. A chance to grow and learn instead of feeling stuck or stagnant. It's all about mindset. Your perception creates your reality, and it either speeds things up or slows things down. And remember that free will is involved, yes, but this is destined. So even if we aren't seeing things clearly and we're focusing on negatives, God will guide us to see things clearly. So we wake up to the truth. And it's the same with them. If you feel like, oh, they're never going to change, remember that's your mindset. So you'll experience more of the scene that they're never changing. So it may take longer. And even if they've got free will, they may be trying to not change, but God will send things in to make them change. So yes, free will is a part of it, but there's things going on along the way to change mindset, to change hearts, to change the way forward. So let's see what's going on with them, because I feel this is going to be very interesting, because we got this sideways card. So that's the 5 of growth. Wow. So this is them saying, to remember the truth. First of all, always remember the truth. You can't miss out on what's meant for you. And this is the truth. This is really what I've just been talking about with destiny and free will, because I'm sure some of you are thinking, well, if they've got free will, they're never going to change. But listen to this. Always remember this truth. You cannot and will not miss out on anything that's truly destined for you. So in other words, they may try and hide from you, but this love is destined. So God will bring them out into the open. God will remove the things they're trying to hide in. God will prune the tree. So the angels say, this love, this person, this life is destined for you. Believe it and receive it. So what this is showing you is they know in their heart, in their soul, even in their 3D life, because of the things they're experiencing, that you belong to them and they belong to you. Now, I don't mean in a like a way where it's very, kind of, controlling. It's not a controlled way. It's just a knowingness. It's not saying you're my property or anything like that. That's very karmic, and that a lot of them are going through that in their karmic situations. This is you saying, I belong to you, you belong to me. There's no need to control. There's no need to have a ring on your finger to feel that way. It just is. And they know it too. And people around them know it too, because of the bond you share. So you have an unbreakable bond that goes beyond this earth. And the universe is going to prove to you that all paths lead home. They do not want to lose you. They will not let you go. And this is also what they are realizing, because they're afraid that they're going to lose you by taking this time or not stepping up at this moment, or still needing a bit more time to figure things out or sort things out. But the universe is going to prove to them that they're not going to lose you either. And obviously you need to hear that too. You're not going to lose that. Now the other card is the King of Struggles. So this is showing you they're in their head about you. They're working things out. They're processing. So they are in their head all about you. Working things out, planning, thinking. They might seem indifferent or cold, and it might even feel cruel to you, but their love for you is strong and true. And that's the absolute truth. So this is their energy. This is what they are doing, the planning, processing, working out what to do. They're also connecting with their inner child, because their inner child is the positive one. And we've got parenting and children. So the first thing I'm connecting with here is their inner child is actually leading them towards a new life. Because yes, the inner child can be needy and moody and an ego, but I feel the inner child is throwing a tantrum to them right now, because the inner child wants them to have more of a positive mindset. The inner child wants them to focus on magic and joy and positive expectations instead of being negative or stuck in fear. So their inner child is helping them to see the potential that they can have in their life. And they need to reparent themselves to be able to do that. Now, this could also be a huge message that some of them are parents and they have children and they're also wanting the best for them. And that could also be why it's taken a bit longer for some of you, because if they have kids, they are making sure they are safe. They're getting everything into place for them. There could be some expectations they have for them. So this could also be connected with school or their work life, or making sure they are on the right path. So they could also be trying to sort that out before they leave where they are or before they move forward. But I'm feeling this is really about them starting to realise that they have the power to reparent themselves, to make changes. Now, Archangel Michael is assisting them to explore their options, because there are other options out there for them. Now, obviously what this means is that you are this other option for them, and they have other options in their life. So they may have other career options, things they want to do. So Archangel Michael is guiding them and also bringing them peace and faith. So Archangel Michael is assisting them with this situation, helping them to be filled with faith and peace. Archangel Michael is helping them with wisdom, giving them wisdom, helping them to focus on the love, helping them to see, understand, and assess what it is, and to understand what all the options are to guide them in the best direction for their health, happiness, and life purpose, which is a positive expectation. So the angels are speaking to them through songs, signs, messages. It says we are always speaking to you and sending you messages. And this is a huge message that you're also communicating with them through telepathy and signs too. But this is about what they are going through today. The angels are saying to them, we are sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in this situation, or you're dealing with it alone. You never truly are. We are reminding you to stop, look around and believe in something else, something more, and we've got your back. So the angels are guiding them to explore their options. And this is what they are doing when they are in their head. They're planning, processing and thinking about what to do. Because they are working their way back to you. They are coming home to you. This is why you may see eagles. Because the eagles circle back. So the eagles are coming home. That's the masculine energy. And they want you to forgive them. So again, they may be coming forward with an apology. I am so sorry. I will make it right with you. And that's what matters to them. It matters that it's right with you. They make it right with you. It matters what you think. They care more about your opinion than you actually realise. So they're working their way back to you to apologise. And they may actually be working out what their options are about how to come back. Do they ring you? Do they message you? Do they turn up at your door? Do they fly to where you are? They're working these things out. Because what they want right now is to apologise. So the energy around the journey, we've got the Ace of Growth in reverse. So understand this, opportunities and doors are about to open. So again, this is all happening as we move towards the 10-10. So October is going to be a powerful month here. And what happens now is a part of that. Have patience with your dreams. Look on the bright side. Everything that is happening for you to grow your beautiful soul. And you have a beautiful soul. You share that soul. And that's beautiful and magical. So rise above your problems. When you rise above your problems, things feel better. You may have a dream where you're rising up. So you may have a dream where you're floating, or you're flying, or you're in some kind of contraption and it's flying above. I had a dream the other night where I was in like this hammock type ship thing, and it was floating above the land, and it felt very strong. I felt like I was just observing everything. And that's what happens when we sleep anyway. We rise above our problems because we hand them over. The subconscious mind takes over and helps to purge things out and find solutions. And you rise above problems when you pray, when you give it to heaven in exchange for peace. Give me fear. So any fear you're going through today, and when I say fear, I mean the anxiety, the stress, the uncertainty that grips you. That's fear-based energy. It's the false experiences that appear real, the what-ifs of the future, the way your mind blows things out of proportion and makes you afraid. It's the false experiences you see, things on social media, things you play out in your mind, the way you go over the past and drive yourself crazy. Rise above all that and remember, you are worthy of love. And it's never too late to start over. So if you feel like you've damaged your own self-respect, and I certainly know on my journey, I've damaged my own self-respect through not setting boundaries and allowing things to happen that maybe shouldn't have happened. But when you really start loving yourself and valuing yourself, all of that stops. So the angels say it's never too late to start over. So I've got two things coming through because this is a journey. First of all, for them, it's not too late. A lot of them are in the mindset of, or they were in the mindset of, it's too late, I'm too old, got too much going on, I can't change, I'll just lie in the bed that I've made. And that's just hogwash. It's never too late to start again. It doesn't matter whether they're in the 20s, 30s, or in their 70s, 80s, or 90s. It's never too late. It's all about self-respect. It's all about recognising what you deserve and knowing that you are capable of achieving your dreams. And it's the same for you. If you feel like you've damaged your self-respect by constantly pursuing them, it's not too late to start over a different way and to change that, to take back your power. So we can affirm, pray and say, Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me to see myself as you see me, through the eyes of love. Thank you for honouring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself and to grant me the courage to speak up from my heart on my own behalf. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so I am surrounded by loving and kind people. So isn't that powerful? This is saying, grant me the courage to speak from my heart, to speak up on my behalf. That means to say what's on your mind. And this is about them more than you, because they need the courage to speak out to you, to tell you what the truth is, to express their love for you, to speak up to people in their life. And it's never too late to do that. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all you have. Just relax and trust. So today, focus on what's important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you the most. Be grateful, because with every thought you are creating your future, because thoughts become things. So yes, it may hurt. You may go over things. We've got rolling in the deep, thinking about what could have been, but you know that you can give them everything. They want to be able to give you everything, and this is about you giving everything right now to you, because they're in this fever at night where they're thinking about you. They may be lying awake at night, obsessively thinking about you, dreaming about you. They may be having hot and cold flashes when they're connecting with you, but they are experiencing ascension symptoms because what they are doing at night is going over the past. I know you can give me everything. If only I'd have made that decision. If only I'd have chose myself, if only. So I feel there's a lot of regret in them that they want to apologise for. And I feel that some of them may have made promises to you and then they didn't follow through on those promises. So there may have been many false starts along the way where you thought something was going to happen or manifest and then it didn't. And you're thinking, why? Well, number one, there was more lessons to learn because of that, or it wasn't the right time. But a lot of them know that they've got to really show you now that they are serious, because if they come back in again and do the same again, then you're not going to give them another chance. Obviously you will, but that's how they feel. And they want to make it right this time. So I feel the night fever is about ascension symptoms at night. So it could be vivid dreams. For them, they could be having scary dreams. I feel you're having uplifting dreams. If you are having any strange dreams, it's your soul purge. So don't worry about it or think you're manifesting anything bad. It's the way your subconscious is healing. And there's a lot of change taking place. So yes, they know that you can have it all with them. They value you. Now you have to trust yourself enough to set your own boundaries down and have faith in what will be. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.